So I want to show each of you the 4 types of managers that we found in every organization. I know it says manager, but I want you to replace this with coach. Think of coach. You are coaches. You are soon to become coaches, but many of you also are managers. We have some administrative leadership roles where you run offices. This applies to you. Even if you are a parent, this applies to you. So right here, I'm going to go through and we're going to list the 4 different types of managers that we found. The S and the C at the top stands for standards and then connection. Every time when an employee was either not satisfied with their job or they were satisfied with their job, the 2 determining factors that dictated that were the standards and expectations of the company and the connection or lack thereof. So the first type of manager that we find is the removed manager. This is the manager that is low on standards and low on connection. There's that phrase, you're either in the organization or you're into the organization. These are the coaches that are just in it. They're looking for the next thing. They've burnt out. These are the coaches that should have stopped coaching a long time ago. These are the teachers that should have stopped teaching. These are the managers that should have stopped managing. And what does this then create for the employee? Every time, disengagement. Disengagement. When you have a removed coach, you get the removed employee. My manager doesn't care. Why should I? What's the point? I mean, I can show up late. He doesn't care. He doesn't value me as a person. Why should I value the job? I was the problem. I was the kid that couldn't sit still. I still have a hard time sitting still. I was the kid that just moved. I was the kid that got sent to the principal's office. I was the kid that got nicknamed. I got teased. I got bullied. But it took one person in my life who looked at me and said, he's not a problem. He's an opportunity. He was the one person that saw the problem as the solution. It was 22 years ago. And I'll never forget, I did not understand the significance of that moment. But in that experience, Mr. Jensen, he took these sticks and he put them in my hands. He said, Clint, listen, I got these for you and I want to give them to you. But here's the deal. You got to promise me that you'll just keep them in your hands. Just keep them in your hands and let's see. Let's just see what happens. And I can stand up here today on this stage and honestly tell every single one of you that 22 years ago, almost literally to this very day, I have tried my best to keep my promise to Mr. Jensen. I've had the opportunity to tour and record all over the world playing drums. I've been on America's Got Talent. I had no idea what I wanted to do growing up. I had no idea what I wanted to be, so what do? You go to college, right? It's a joke. I went to college. I graduated in 2012 with a bachelor's degree and 0 college debt. 0. Why? Music scholarships, baby. And I don't tell you those things to go, oh, wow, good for you, Clint, or wow, that must have been awesome, or that's not the reason. The reason I'm telling you that is because of one person who created a moment that forever shaped my life. A moment that allowed me to live a better story.